What's up, dreamers? In this video, I'm going to be giving you guys the top 5.5 stocks that you need to be invested into for the next 90 days. And one of these stocks that's around $15 got the potential to 10x, 15x, 20x in the near future and literally print money and make millionaires. So if you guys want to learn what that one is, go on ahead and hit that thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button, because that helps out this channel more than you guys can possibly even imagine. So go ahead, hit the subscribe button and that notification bell. But before we dive into it, a quick word from our sponsor. This video is sponsored and brought to you by Moomoo, the powerful brokerage app designed to take your trading experience to the next level. Whether if you're just starting out or if you're already an experienced investor, Moomoo offers advanced yet easy to use tools. Sign up right now using my link in the description. And right now, in the month of April, you can receive up to 60 free stocks. That's right, 60 free stocks just from signing up and making your very first deposit. Also, you can get up to 8.1 cash sweep interest on your uninvested cash that's sitting inside of your portfolio. So join millions of investors who trust Moomoo to build their wealth. Click the link in the description and start investing smarter today. Enough talking, let's go ahead and dive back into this video. All right, guys, welcome back. So here we are on Moomoo. This is the app I use. I'm not going to waste any of you guys' time. We're going to dive straight into the first one that has the highest potential, and that's going to be ticker symbol QUBT, which is quantum computing, QUBT. All right, so quantum computing, everyone is in the race to get a quantum computer. Google, everyone. So now that everyone's in the race for quantum computing, it's pretty much, once it's solved, it's going to change the way we live our lives. It's going to completely change the world. And right now, QUBT is a multi-billion-dollar. They have a multi-billion-dollar market cap. Right now, they're sitting around $2.17 billion. And over the last couple of days, they had a high of around $27 and a low of $1. So that's already a 27x. Right now, they're sitting around $15. If we come over to the 1 hour chart, they had a big push over the last couple of weeks, all the way from $9, $10 up to $17. And one thing I love about Moomoo, we're going to go ahead and click on the company right here, and then we're going to come over to the analysis rating. Right now, if we're looking at the analyst rating, they're giving it a strong buy. And if we scroll down just a little bit more and look at the PE ratio, as long as it's inside this gray bubble right here, inside of the PE, that means it's pretty much at a decent valuation right now. Might not be the best valuation, but pretty decent valuation. So once quantum computing go into effect, this is going to be a multi-trillion-dollar industry. And this company has the potential to 3, 4, 5, 10x over the next couple of years. So whenever you decide to do your research and look into QUBT, start the dollar cost average. That means buy every single week or every single day, no matter what you have. Is it $5 a day, $1 a day, $10 a month? Whatever you do, start the dollar cost average in on QUBT to start to build out your portfolio and average out your price. So when quantum computing hits over the next couple of years, you already got a good position inside of QUBT. All right, the next one I'm gonna bring you guys was one that I showed you a while ago that I keep on telling you guys about this one. But first, if you do want to join the Patreon, I'm gonna leave a link down in the pinned comment section inside the Patreon. Now I have 7 pro day traders that post their option trades every single day for just $12 a month. That is a steal. The amount of money I'm paying these day traders, and you guys are getting that for $12 a month, which is completely insane. And if you guys want to know when exactly I'm buying these stocks that I'm talking about in this video, I will post that inside the Lucid Dreamer Row. If you want to join my Zoom calls every single Sunday, that's inside the Dream Team. But now back to the video. All right, so the next one I'm going to bring you guys that I keep telling you about is Netflix. They are leading in AI industry. I'm telling you, Netflix is doing things with AI that nobody else is doing. They're not just a streaming platform. They're a streaming platform, they're an entertainment platform, but they're leading the industry in AI when it comes to the entertainment industry, right? So Netflix right now is at $1,189. So I told you guys about Netflix at $750. I told you guys about Netflix at $875. You could go watch the other video that I talked about Netflix. It's still on the YouTube channel. I talked about it at $875 and exactly when I was to buy it. So let me show you guys another trick that I used on Moomoo to help me buy stocks at a decent price. So one thing you want to do is hit the 4 squares in the bottom right here, and then that will bring up your indicator. So you click indicator, and then one that you'll add is the BOLL. That is the Bollinger Bands. So once you add that to your chart, it should look something like this. This is the day. This is the 1 hour chart, and let's look at the daily chart right quick so you guys can see a quick example. So this is the daily chart. Price of Netflix love to stay inside of the Bollinger Bands. Whenever it's at the top of the Bollinger Bands, like right here, it likes to pull back. Whenever it's at the bottom of the Bollinger Bands right here, it likes to have a bounce off of that and go back up. So whenever it's down here touching the bottom of the Bollinger Band on the 1-day chart, that is an awesome time to average in on Netflix. So if we zoom in to the 1 hour chart right here, you guys can see if you're dollar cost averaging in on Netflix, they did have a high of $1,262. And then right now they're at the bottom of the Bollinger Band around $1,189. So right now it's a pretty decent time to average in on Netflix. But if you want to wait and be patient, look at the daily chart. This gives you the best entries. It's to buy at the bottom of the bands on Netflix when it's at the bottom of the Bollinger Band. So that gives you the best entry. Let's look at the company right quick, and then we'll look at what analysts are saying. So again, at a high of $1,514. The median price is $1,243. And then they're giving it a low price of $1,000. So if you could find Netflix underneath $1,000, that is the lowest that the analysts are saying that is the target price at the end of the year. So that might be an awesome way to go. So yeah, that is the 12-month forecast on the high, the median price, and the low. So if you could get Netflix underneath $1,000, that would be awesome. Let's look at the PE ratio of Netflix right quick. So we scroll down on the PE of Netflix. You guys can see I was talking about Netflix at what, $700, $800 when it was underneath around right here, and then Netflix continued to go up, and it's pretty much at still a decent evaluation right now. According to the PE, it's a little high. Can wait and be patient. It did have a pullback today. I'm going to try to get this video out as soon as possible, but if you want the live updates, you guys could join the Patreon. All right, the next one I'm talking about is Bros. Of course, I called out Bros at Dutch Bros at $30. I called out Dutch Bros at, what was it, $56. In the last video, I told you that you need to be buying these stocks nonstop for the next 90 days. I kept telling you guys that. Now Bros went from 30 to 56, and then from 56 all the way up to 80, and then it have a bit of a pullback. Now let's look at the charts and look at the Bollinger Band. This is it on the daily chart. Remember, when it's at the top of the Bollinger Bands, like right here, it likes to have a pullback. Then whenever it touched the bottom of the Bollinger Bands, like down here, I believe that's when I met the video, $52, $56, it had a big pop-ups, and then it hit the top of the Bollinger Bands right here, so it's having that pullback. So the next time that you need to be buying to go in heavy on Bros is when it's at the bottom of the Bollinger Band. But there's nothing wrong with dollar cost averaging in right now on the hourly chart when it pulls back to the bottom of the Bollinger Band. You could go in and buy up $10 a day, $10 a day, $10 a day, and then when it pulls back to the bottom of the Bollinger Band on the 1-day chart, that's when you go in and you throw in $100 and pick up a couple of shares of Dutch Bros. And that's how you start to build out your portfolio and really buying your favorite stocks when it's on sale. Like Apple is on sale right now. Before I show you guys the next one, let's look at the target price right here. It's giving it a high of $90, a medium price of $77, and a low of $63. So any price underneath $77 is a steal for Dutch Bros at the moment. The next stock I'm going to bring you guys is SoFi. Now I do have around like what 200 shares of SoFi, not that much, but right now it's still at around $14.23. It's been hovering around $12 and $14 for the last couple of months, so I'm expecting it to make a big move pretty soon. If we look at the chart, SoFi is a technology type of company that has to deal with banking and loans and things like that, and they're bringing a lot of technology inside of that sector. So right now SoFi has been trending up. Remember, I told you guys they've been around the $12 to the $14 price point for some time now. If we're looking at the daily chart, it's kind of been trading sideways, and we're waiting for it to go from the $14 all the way back up to the $18 price point, making us a huge percentage of gains right there. So right now, SoFi is showing a strong trend up. Bottom of the Bollinger Bands down here was at $8. Great time to get in. I believe I picked up a couple hundred shares, and then it's starting to trend up. So let's take a look at the company financials right quick. Let's hit company. Let's go scroll down. It's giving it a high of $20, a medium price of $14, and a low price of $6. So that is a wide range of between $6 being the low and $20 being the high. So make sure that when you do get in on SoFi, it's at a doggone good support line. You're getting it at a good price, because I believe this one in the next couple of years is going to explode, and I do think it will reach the $20 price point within the next year or two. All right, then the last one I'm going to send you guys, I know I said 5.5, so let's put both of these in one. This is going to be Robinhood. Now Robinhood is at $71. They was expected to, well, there was a rumor that Robinhood was going to be joining the S&P 500, but they did not join the S&P 500. So this was the run from Robinhood. The news came out that they might be joining the S&P 500. So it kept running up. And then the S&P 500 finally came out and said, hey, no, we're not making any changes to the S&P 500. And this was the news right here. It went from the high of $77 to a low of around $69, $70. So that shows us that once Robinhood do finally get accepted, you done the research, they are qualified to join the S&P 500. They have the market cap, they have the volume, they have everything that has been tested. So definitely has the qualifications to join the S&P 500. So this shows that once the S&P 500 decides to add inside of the portfolio, that this stock is definitely going to go way past $77. It's going to go to 80, 85, maybe $90. So we could pick up shares of Robinhood at a cheap price right now before it joined the S&P 500, or before any more news come out about the S&P 500. I believe we could begin it at a great deal. So I do believe the stock is going to pull back even more. It's going to pull back and drop probably down to the 60s again, maybe 65, 62. And once it drops down to those levels, that's when we will start the dollar cost average, build our portfolio, wait for Robinhood to join the S&P 500 and ride that all the way back up to $100 per share. And then the last one, the 0.5, is Webull, which is Bull. All right, on Bull, they're at $10.86. And I do see them performing just like how Robinhood performed right now. So when they first came out, they was at $9.54. They went all the way up to $80. We all knew that was crazy and waited for it to fall back down to underneath $10. So if we could pick up Bull, I believe it's going to have the same type of curve that Robinhood had when it first came out. Because if we go back to Robinhood, let's type in Hood. When they first came out, let's click on weekly, monthly. They did the exact same thing. They came out, they went all the way up to around $85, and then they fell all the way back down before they made that curve up. And that is the exact same thing that Bull is doing. So on Bull, same thing. It came out, made that curve all the way up, and then now it's starting to trend. I believe that Bull is going to eventually, if we put in some leap options on it, kick all the way back up to around $20 if we time it right. So yeah, that's it, dreamers. I love using these tools inside of Moomoo. Once again, I would like to thank them as being a sponsor of this video. Make sure that you guys check them out down in the description and down in the pinned comment section. If you guys do want to join the Patreon, make sure that you click the link down in the pinned comment section and let me know down in the comment section which one of these 5.5 stocks is your favorite, or the ones that you're going to do more research on, or ones that you already own inside of your portfolio that you've been telling your friends and your family that's going to be blowing up in the near future. Let me know which one of these 5.5 is your favorite down in the comment section. But other than that, guys, I'm Zeke, bringing you the Dream Green Show, and I'm out. Peace. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button and don't forget to subscribe. But all right, this time I'm out. Peace.